Welcome back to the Demon Slayer Gaming Channel. We're going to be continuing our Final Fantasy XIV Dungeon Guide series today. We're going to be taking a look at the Endwalker Dungeon, the Stigma Dreamscape. After the video, if it helped you out in any way, please make sure to like it and subscribe to the channel as it helps me out as a creator. For the first couple groups, the Omnicron Invaders have circular AoEs that they'll do around themselves, along with a line AoE that they can shoot at a random party member. The Level Tricker also has a circular AoE that he'll do around himself. For the first boss, when he casts side cannons, you'll want to move to the opposite side of where the arrows are, as he'll perform an AoE that covers the entire side of the platform. The first time this is performed, it will also cut off the outside of the platform. When he casts forward interceptors, this will do an AoE in the entire front portion of the boss, so you'll want to get behind him. Chemical Missile will do circular AoEs on all party members other than the tank. These will leave behind residual AoEs that you'll want to avoid standing in. He'll then do Electric Slide, pushing all targets other than the selected party member away from the point of impact. So you'll want to make sure you're not getting pushed into the outside of the arena or into the residual AoEs. Guided Missiles will summon 2 missiles that will follow random party members that you'll just want to run away from them until they explode. When they explode, they will also leave behind the residual AoE, so you'll want to make sure you're not getting pushed into them by Electric Slide. Mustard Bomb will be his tank buster ability that you'll just want to use a tank cooldown to help reduce some of the damage. It will leave a bleeding damage over time on you, so this will require a little bit extra healing. The next time he does guided missiles, he'll also combine it with chemical missiles, so that there will be quite a few residual AoEs on the platform. So you'll want to make sure you're not getting pushed into any of these during the next Electric Slide. I messed up the forward interceptors mechanic on this boss both times, so make sure that you're not doing like me and getting behind him during this ability. The Lambda invaders will perform the wheel ability like other motorcycle type enemies that will just do additional damage to the tank, so there will be a lot of incoming damage at this time. The Delta Invader will have a line AoE. This can be thrown at random party members. For the second boss, Wheel will be the Tank Buster ability. She'll just want to pop a tank cooldown to help reduce some of the damage. When he moves to the center of the platform and cast Auto Mobile Assault Cannon, then he will dash across the platform in a set pattern that you will want to make sure that you're on the side of where he will be finishing this, as he will then do Wave Cannon, which will cover the entire rest of the platform with a large AoE. Atomic Flare will do party-wide damage that just needs to be healed through. When he moves to one center of the platform and casts Auto Mobile Sniper Cannon, he will put a number above every party member that you'll want to line up with the corresponding number on the platform, so that the AoE is fired off of the platform instead of through the platform towards other party members, so that you're only hit by the AoE pointed in your direction. And from here, the mechanics of the boss will just repeat themselves. For the final area, the Omnicron invaders will still retain the abilities they've had throughout the entire area. The hybrid dragons do have a line AoE that they can shoot at a random party member. And the Omega Frame also has a circular AoE it can throw at a random party member as well. For the final boss fight with Stigma 4, the boss will be immobile through the entire fight, so you'll need to just worry about his positioning for a few abilities, but when he casts AI Takeover, he will cut off the outside of the platform and summon one of 3 different enemies onto the platform. When he summons the Omega Frame, it will do Proto Wave Cannon, which will do an AoE on half of the platform that you'll need to move on the opposite side of the AoEs. Afterwards, it will try to do Explosion, so you'll need to burn it down as quick as possible. The next time he does AI Takeover, we'll summon in the Hybrid Dragon, which will do the Flame Breath ability. This will do a large cone AoE in front of it, so you'll want to move to its sides. After this, it will also cast Explosion, so you'll want to make sure you're burning it down as quick as possible. The third AI Takeover will summon Proto Rocket Punches onto the field, leaving 2 open areas that you can stand in to avoid this AoE. If you are hit by this, it will push you a considerable distance, so you'll have to worry about getting pushed into the outside. When he transforms into the DNA helix, then you will want to move away from him, as the AoE will be a large circle around himself. And when he transforms into the circular helix, then you'll want to move under him, as it'll be a donut AoE with the safe location under him. Mind Hack will cause every party member to receive a random direction that after a few seconds you will begin walking in that direction. So you'll want to check which AoE he is following this up with, and then reposition your character so that whenever you are forced to march in a certain direction, you will not be marching into his AoE. Atomic Ray will be the party-wide damaging ability that just needs to be healed through. This will also put a bleeding effect on every party member, so it's a bit more healing than normal. Multi-AI Takeover will cause either the Dragon or the Omega Frame to spawn onto the platform while also summoning the Proto Rocket Punches. So you'll want to position yourself accordingly to dodge the AoE from whichever one of the additional adds was summoned along with the Proto Rocket Punches. Making sure to burn down the Omega Frame or Hybrid Dragon as quick as possible. He'll then follow this up with Mind Hack and then one of his AoEs, so you'll need to position yourself accordingly to move into the AoE or out of it. The next multi-AI takeover should alternate which enemy is summoned onto the platform. I'll then perform Atomic Ray 2 times, quick succession. Followed by another multi-AI takeover. And this should be it for the Stigma Dreamscape. I hope that this helped everyone out. If it did, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you on the next one.